Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Sue.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Sue.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about how to delegate marketing tasks. So I guess I'll kick this one off. So delegation, I wouldn't even just, put it towards marketing. It's, if you're looking to start any business or run any business at all, or if you're looking to start a side hustle, you're eventually going to have to learn to delegate better. So even before, we go to any tactics at all, and this is a tactic in itself, I guess, I'd recommend reading some books, right? So there's a book called Getting Things Done. That's from David Allen. And there's another one called The Checklist Manifesto. Getting these, figuring these things out, you're going to figure out like what things that you actually need to be delegating. And one thing I can tell you that I do tactically every quarter is I make a list in my Evernote saying things that I need to stop doing, right? So for example, as you get bigger and bigger, maybe you need to stop booking your own travel, right? Maybe you need to stop scheduling things on your own, right? Maybe you need to have somebody else doing it. That way you can free up your time to do things that are, maybe $100 an hour tasks or $10,000 an hour tasks. Learning to prioritize first is going to help you delegate better. So that's my first recommendation.
So there's two main type of people that you're delegating to. The first type, and this is the best type, are people who are self-sufficient. They can figure out things on their own. And the second type is people who have to be trained and aren't really good at figuring things out on their own. So in marketing, I do two things. One, I figure out what type of person they are. If they're one who's creative and they can figure out how to do it on their own, I tell them like, hey, just go do X, Y, and Z. And by the way, when you're doing it, make sure you create a replicatable process so that way other people know how to do that specific task. Now, if the person I'm delegating to isn't creative and doesn't know how to figure out stuff on their own, what I do is I first try and do it, or I have someone else on my team who is knowledgeable, who knows how to do this kind of stuff. And we try it ourselves. We create a process. We figure out what issues someone may end up running into. We try to smooth out the kinks. And then once it's pretty solid, it doesn't have to be perfect, we then give it to the person. We say, hey, go take a stab at it and let us know whenever you have issues. And throughout each stage of the process, just check in with us and show us what you've done and let us know how it's going. So that way we can give you feedback and critique you. And then what you'll see is even if they follow your process to the T and they have no questions, they probably won't do it the way you like. So you're going to have to give them a few rounds of critiques. Then they'll finally start doing it the way you want. They'll probably be irritated by you at this point, but nonetheless, they'll start doing quality work that you like. And then from there, you just want to continually have them replicate because they'll know how to do it right.
Yeah, and Neil brings up a good point about process. So this is something that people probably cringe around. And this is something that I didn't think was important because for me in the past, I just wanted to execute on the coolest marketing stuff, right? So to me, the most important thing was just, learning about new tactics and strategies and just executing on them, but not so much, creating a process or documenting. But if you want to take your business to the next level, you have to create a culture of documentation or, creating screencasts and things like that. That way it's easy for you to hand things off to other people. Because if you have to keep training people over and over and over, it becomes a huge time suck. And getting people to just have a process, say, like, for example, when we onboard new marketing hires, I actually subscribe them to a drip campaign. And in there's, a couple of things that they go through and it's dripped out, every single day for, 4 or 5 days or so. That way they know what they need to do. They learn about what objectives and key results are. They learn about, what our culture looks like, kind of what the expectations are for them. They just go through it. And that way, after they go through that for the first 4 or 5 days, it's kind of automatic. They're going to understand what you're looking for more, and they're going to be able to move faster and achieve things faster as well. And to Neil's point, yeah, people are going to get frustrated, but eventually they're going to learn how you work and what makes you tick. One thing I'll add before turning it back over to Neil is, in the past, I was really, I'd learn all the stuff, I would think, I'm the best, whatever, and I would tell people what to do. But actually what's more empowering is you as a leader, you actually say, hey, here's what we're looking to do. You go do it. You don't tell them how to do it, right? They figure it out on their own. I'm hoping that you have a good hiring process. You have good people on the team that can figure it out. But that way it becomes not more about you, kind of your knowledge and you being the bottleneck. It becomes more about the team. And that way things can scale out better. Neil?
Just make sure when you're doing this whole thing and delegating tasks, always try things out yourself and always create a process. The biggest mistakes I see is people don't try things out themselves, so they don't know how hard it is or how long it's going to take and if someone's efficient. Because I know if something takes me an hour, it's going to take someone else maybe 2 to 3 hours. And I'm okay with that, right? I don't expect people to work as fast as me or as hard as me. And the other thing is, if you don't try it out yourself, you won't know where there's kinks or how something could be improved. And a process should always be tweaked. But the reason you want to do this is it makes it scalable. The last thing you want to do is have it all in someone's head, whether it's you or someone else, and then it's not scalable as a company grows.
All right, so that's it for today's episode. But before we hop off, we have another special giveaway for you. And this one is a huge one. This is a service that is basically, it's basically about $4,400 in value, so $4,400 in value. It's called Design Pickle, and it's a design service where you can request unlimited designs each month. I've been using it for quite a while, and if you want access to this giveaway, all you need to do is rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast and text Marketing School, that's one word, to 33444. And if you guys think you have a cool tool that you think is relevant to us to mention and give away to our audience, please feel free to reach out to both, either Neil or myself. And, we're always just looking to add value. We're not trying to, make any money off of this. But feel free to reach out to us. And that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.